reason why people don't get to stuff is because there's too much information out there. And you know what? When there's too much information, it becomes paralysis by analysis. I have no idea if I spelled any of those words correctly, because this is off the cuff. But a lot of people say, I don't know where to start. How about starting somewhere? Okay? That's a problem, paralysis by analysis. All right? Because really that's procrastination. All right? That's the whole thing. Paralysis by analysis, if you're analyzing everything, that's procrastination, right? So let's say you want to become a drummer, right? It's probably good to start with rock music, all right? Or seek someone out and ask them questions, all right? Don't, when people look on the internet for everything, all right? And I have students that do this. I'll teach like the Moeller technique or something. Of course, they'll go on the internet, on YouTube, and they'll say, oh yeah, this guy was saying, and this guy was saying, and this guy was saying, and I'm confused. Well, of course you're confused, because you didn't listen to what I told you. And you know what I told him? Or it was either a him or a her. Well, you know what I told that student? Stop looking on YouTube. Or ask me, and I can tell you who to look at. But no. Everyone wants to be an expert these days, and no one wants to put in the work, but they want to be experts. That's the funny thing, okay? Anyway, look, you know what I say about paralysis by analysis? Just fucking do it. That's it. And I've done videos about just fucking do it, all right? Do it anyway, right? So here it is. Get some information and just do something with it, and that's the problem is, when people don't do something, they don't have experiences with it. But once you do something, then you have an experience. All right? And you can either say, well, it's not for me. And you toss that aside. And you move on to the next thing. It's the simplest thing in the world. Okay? If I wanted to learn about, let's say rocket science, well, it's probably a good idea to pick up something like Rocket Science for Dummies. Because, dummies isn't a bad word. It just means, really what it's saying is you're a beginner. Rocket science for beginners. People get so up in arms. I'm not a dummy. Well, yeah, you are if you're doing the paralysis by analysis. Okay, so, and it could be in anything. It could be in drum lessons. It could be in wanting to become a professional drummer. Which is what this whole drummer success series is about. Okay, is becoming a drummer or building a business around drums, and it takes a lot. It takes a lot to do that. It takes takes a lot of work. All right, but people are afraid of that word, work. Oh, I should do a video about that. Wouldn't that be great? So there it is. Paralysis by analysis. That's bullshit. Okay, really, what that tells me is that these people, all they're doing is jerking off looking at the internet. That's what they're doing, okay? And you know what? I would spend my time on one thing, right? So let's say you want to be a rock drummer. Let's say you want to do a lot of styles. How about that? Let's change that. Not just a rock drummer. Let's say you want to learn a bunch of styles. Well, start with one. Start with one and work that out, right? And then move on to the next thing, right? Do one thing at a time. You know what it's called? Focus, and I've done a video on that. So, if you're doing this, paralysis by analysis, you need to check yourself, okay? So, if you're a drummer and you end up taking no action because you've overloaded your brain, well, then you're fucked up and you need to go back to square one and start over. Or how about start? Because you didn't start. You thought you started, but you didn't, all right? So stop being fucked up and take one thing at a time. I can't stress this enough, okay? So have fun with this. Get back to taking one thing at a time. Turn your phone off. Put some time in and get the information, but little at a time, okay? Talk to you soon.